Well, good morning to you. I am glad that you're able to join with me for a short time today to consider the things of God once again. Well, for the past couple of weeks, the news bulletins have offered a slight respite from the relentless COVID-19 pandemic headlines by carrying coverage of legal action taken by the Hollywood actor, Captain Jack Sparrow himself, Johnny Depp, against the Sun newspaper. Now, truth be told, it is a rather unsavoury episode, and all manner of very, very sad and upsetting things have been, unfortunately, paraded in front of the world media in the course of these proceedings. Now, I must confess that this isn't something that I've followed very closely. I'm not particularly big on the Hollywood gossip type of thing. I'm not really that interested in the lifestyles and the scandals and so forth. In fact, until this past couple of weeks, I wasn't aware at all, actually, of the lady at the centre of these allegations of abuse, Johnny Depp's former wife, the actress Amber Heard. I don't recall ever hearing her name or seeing a film with her in it. But anyhow, the reason I'm mentioning Amber Heard today isn't concerned with her acting ability or her fame. It's actually because of something that she said on the steps of the courthouse a couple of days ago. Ms. Heard was talking about the case, and she was talking about how it feels to be cross-examined by the court. She wasn't very pleased about that. And she spoke about how upsetting the whole process was before saying something that caught my attention. She said that it was painful to have, and I quote her here, my truth questioned. My truth questioned. Folks, what in the world is my truth? I always thought there was only the truth. That truth was an objective reality apart from oneself, apart from one's own influence. But this is something that we hear nowadays, isn't it? People put a possessive adjective before the word truth. People declare something like, well, this is my truth, or they'll encourage you to know your truth. Now, I understand that there are multiple views or interpretations of truth, but there is only one truth. There are various ways to express the truth, but there is one truth. See, truth isn't yours or isn't mine. It's like this. Just because I like something to be true for me, it doesn't make it true. Plenty of times I've believed something as true when in reality it was false. No matter how much I believed that the tooth fairy was the one that was putting £1 under my pillow, my truth was really not the truth in that respect. Friends, being a Christian involves desiring to know and to follow the only truth. God's revelation of truth, not designing or manufacturing our own version in our imaginations. But we have to say that the desire to cling to my truth is not a new thing. It's as old as Eden. Like Adam and Eve, we can insist on our right to eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, to decide what's right, what's good and what's not. But the issue is, by doing so, we place ourselves in the audacious position of defining truth. But here's the news. Whether we're speaking about ourselves or Amber Heard, we all need to understand that we are not creators of truth. So we shouldn't talk as if we are. As Christians, we believe that God is the true and faithful one. We should be consumed with Him and His truth. The truth, not our own versions. Folks, the Christian faith calls us to look outside of ourselves for truth. To not build our lives upon our truth or our ideas. Instead, we're called to follow the one who is himself the truth. John 14:6. And if we cling to him, we are free from the pressure of constructing our lives on fragility, of our own limited experience and understanding. We aren't shackled to self, we're freed to know the truth. So folks, my word for you today is to forget your truth and seek the author of truth. Seek the Lord Jesus, who delights in truth and is himself the living embodiment of truth. So here's a song for you to listen to and enjoy today. We're going to hear about the voice of truth.